Welcome back to the Untold. We're back again with another episode's amazing guests. And Ahmed, today we're going to talk about
Cybersecurity,
cybersecurity,
IT world,
yes,
and charity work.
trade work, all
All
involved
these three
with an
do not
engineer.
really go
Together?
but
I mean, cybersecurity and IT are,
I mean, just being charitable as an engineer is not something you see on daily basis.
I think we should be as humans. It's not about your,
Absolutely.
what
It's
you
not
do
about
for a
what
living.
you do for a living, yeah.
Yeah.
But I like how he combines all those things together in his work.
Right? Because, sitting in front of computers for hours and then actually going out to the world
Well,
doesn't match.
let's not waste any time. Welcome our guest right after this.
Right after the break.
We're back on the show, being joined by our very special guest, Sujay.
Sujay,
JP?
right?
Sujay Pusatkaria.
Okay.
Okay.
J is for my father's initial.
So it's the initials. You
Yeah.
go by JP?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
JT.
Nice.
P.
JP.
JP, okay, JP.
Are you not wearing your contacts today or something?
I don't wear contacts. Okay, so let's start with introduction about yourself.
Yes.
You're into cybersecurity.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
get to know how you got into that field.
Okay, so it wasn't a choice kind of a thing. I remember I completed my 10th grade exams and all I wanted was just to move out of my town.
Move out of your town.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my father and one of my cousins, they took me to a college. So it wasn't, then it was not a trend of, centralized admission process. It was like go to the college, pick up the branch you want to study, pay the fees, get admitted and done.
Okay.
So that's what we did here. They took me to the college and we approached the admission cell and we spoke to the guy and I wanted to study computer engineering. But then this guy was like, we have intake of 120 students and unfortunately it's all like filled up. So you have no vacancies for this. So we thought of approaching principal. So we went there to inquire about whether there is any vacancy in the management quota. There's something called management quota. They have reserved seats for some students. So we spoke with the principal and he was like, why do you want to study computer engineering? And I was like, just because my friends wants to do. So he giggled and he was like, see, we have one more branch which is similar to computer engineering, but it is called information technology. But then he figured out from my face that I am still not convinced to go with IT.
To IT.
Yeah.
No.
So he then said, okay, there is one more option to go into computer engineering is that if you clear all the subject in first year, you can move to the computer engineering in second year because
So
first
did
year
you
is
start with IT the first year?
no, I'll tell you.
Okay.
So first year is common for all the branches for civil, mechanical, electronics,
Right,
IT, computer.
It's
So I
like
was a
general
bit convinced.
education,
Yeah. So that's how I got into this information technology.
So
And
you,
after
you
that
didn't
I
get
did-
into computer engineering? You
No.
got into IT,
yeah.
side of it.
But then after completing 1 year, although I cleared all my subjects, but I was like, by then in that 1 year, I already had made so many of friends in the IT field and I
So
was
you
like,
felt like
yeah,
you can join this.
better to stay in this
department.
field.
Okay.
So how do you keep yourself updated with this rapidly evolving, cybersecurity technology?
Yeah. Actually, it is very imperative to stay updated when it comes to technology or cybersecurity because the technological advancement is so continuous and so like it's continuous and it's ongoing. It's
Changing.
like every moment
It's
you see,
evolving, yeah.
it's evolving. So yeah, one of the best ways, as per me, to stay updated with the current trends and best practices in cybersecurity is that to join the security communities that provide platforms for the security professionals, enthusiasts, and the learners and researchers that also allow these professionals to connect with other people, to collaborate with them, and to work with them and to learn with them. So yeah.
So you've worked in multiple places, right?
Yeah.
You worked back home in India.
Yeah.
Worked in the UK.
Yes.
Worked here in the Middle East.
Yeah.
How do you navigate the differences in cybersecurity in these regions and all that comes with that territory?
See, all the clients which I worked for were just geographically at a different location. But work-wise, if you say, I worked for most of the similar tasks. For example, if I did something for a client in UK, it's similar to the client in India or
Right.
other part of the world. Like for example, if I'm doing web application testing, it will be same for all the web applications, right?
Right.
Only the technology or the language which is being used to develop the web application will be different. But the approach to test those web applications will be same. So it was similar. I didn't face much of a challenges for these diverse clients as such.
So cybersecurity is becoming very important nowadays. I mean, anything connected to the internet needs cybersecurity,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So how far do you think cybersecurity will be evolving?
It will keep evolving because everything is digitized now. Everything, every damn thing is digitized. So as long as data is digitized, cybersecurity will be there. Because once data is online, you will have that need and necessity to protect that data. So
Sure.
cybersecurity.
Do you believe in
is-
encryption and end-to-end encrypted apps?
Yes.
Is it true?
Yeah.
It is.
It is like mandatory.
Mandatory. Okay.
Okay, and how do you keep yourself, as a person who's using cell phones, for example, protected? Because we always, get ourselves hacked or
Yeah.
get involved in the wrong website or accept cookies.
Right.
Right.
So how do we keep ourselves protected?
I think these days mobile phones are already have their
Their
inbuilt
own,
features.
yeah.
Yeah. But as a safety precautions, we always recommend all the end users, like our clients also, to put a password which is
Right.
like complex.
Right. Complex.
This is the very
passwords.
basic recommendation we give to
Right.
everyone.
And not
like
to
have a
repeat the same password.
Right,
But-
exactly. For
But
every
then you have to
application.
remember 10 passwords, and it gets.
And you lose. I can't remember.
I think everything is at very comfortable stage
Right,
now.
yeah,
You
yeah.
have got that luxury compared to the era when our parents were like operating. So this is the least we can memorize,
I
like the
remember-
passwords,
I
right?
remember my parents remember their password. They would,
Write
put
it
a
down?
sticker
Right.
on the back of the bank card, and it has the
Oh,
password
God,
on it.
on the back of the bank
And on the
card.
back,
Exactly.
there was a
Give
sticker
away
with
all
the
the
password.
information.
Yeah, a
Even
lot of
now,
people used
I
to do
have a
that.
couple of friends. Like even now, they write down their
Like in the notebook.
Yeah.
The passwords.
yeah back
I
of
mean,
the
I guess
notebook.
it's safe if you keep that notebook safe.
Yeah, but keep away from the reach of anybody.
Yeah,
like-
yeah, yeah.
What do you think about computer generated passwords? Like when you
Yeah,
Google,
those are also safe. Yeah, right.
you can
yeah.
use
So
them.
it's good to
But
see
you can't
that-
Or
remember
you
them.
can have, like-
They are
Yeah, but
so
that's why you save
complicated.
them in
Yeah.
the
Those
password
you can
manager,
save,
right?
but don't save like this is for this application or this is for this
Yeah.
software.
And then how am I gonna just go inside and have like 10 different passwords? And
That
enter
you need
each
I
to
mean,
one
that's
in
the
and
beauty
do it?
of password managers.
You can have
right?
some codes for them. Like for example, for Facebook, you can write something called
Or have a note, a small
yeah,
note in your
a hint.
pocket.
Yeah,
with
you
every
remember
hints,
when
single-
passwords
yeah,
come with
yeah,
hints?
yeah, right.
They still
like
come with that, like
what
a hint.
Microsoft have.
You know what my hint is?
Mhm.
If you don't know it, you don't know it. That's my hint.
Okay.
Okay, let's get back into topic. Can you share a scenario where your expertise in compliance played a pivotal role in securing an organization's information assets?
So in this regard, I have worked for two clients, one in Saudi and one in Kuwait. Both of them were banks.
Okay.
So by default, they were at a very good posture when it comes to their security, like cyber security.
Right.
So we hardly had to do something with them because just a fine tuning here and there, and they were all set. Because I remember Saudi has come up with SAMA cybersecurity framework, so
Right.
we were doing assessment against that framework for the Saudi client. And here I worked with a couple of clients, which we did a compliance assessment for CBK framework, which they
Right.
released for in regards to cybersecurity.
So the evolution of cyber threats, where do you see cybersecurity in 10, 20, 30 in the future? Where can it,
To protect us
what is
from
the ultimate
the threat.
cybersecurity
Dream?
dream? You know?
See,
The
Cy-
thing is, I think every time you evolve some sort of security, there's
Something
gonna
else will
be
come.
yeah,
yeah,
come
and,
up.
and,
So
and
that's what
it's a
like
never-ending
yeah.
loop.
yeah, that's what like see, cyber threats will keep evolving every now and then. If you have a security mechanism for something, the attackers will find out ways to
There's always a way
intrude.
to
Yeah,
find.
right.
That's why they pay so much to hire
Yeah.
hackers
Yeah.
to test the system, right?
Yeah, so that's what like cyber criminals will be likely using artificial intelligence. You must have heard about it, and machine learning to automate their all this
Automate,
identification
to-
of
to-
the
To
vulnerabilities.
try every number,
Yeah, yeah,
basically,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, so they'll automate all their these activities of identifying the flaws, attacking the attack like identifying the flaws and automating their attacks against those flaws and other evasion tactics that they will be using against these flaws.
I see.
So yeah, I think, and but conversely, this artificial intelligence and machine learning will also be useful in in the defenses of cybersecurity as well.
I see.
Yeah.
Now, would you say you'd be able to hack someone?
Yeah, I can say that, but it's difficult because
It's difficult.
Yeah,
It is
yeah,
difficult.
it's difficult.
But it's possible.
It's possible. It's not impossible.
Do you think it's possible to gain the information on my phone?
Yeah,
It is.
yeah.
Wow.
It's scary.
It's scary.
But what about amateurs? That try to hack our phones all the time. How do you protect our phones? Our phones are with us all the time. They have every single information about our lives,
Right.
photos, especially girls, and some people can be,
Yeah, privacy.
yeah, some people can.
I guess the question that piggybacks off your question is, when you get a link and you open it, any link on either Android or iOS, any link, if you open it, can it do something bad to your phone
Yeah,
without you doing anything else? Just
Yeah.
opening the link.
yeah, yeah.
Really?
Can it see
yeah.
your photos on the phone?
Depends, like what
Depends.
sort of settings it has
yeah.
configured on that link. So
But I feel like since we said it's built in the security
Yeah.
in the phones, when you open that website, the web browser you're using will immediately tell you
yeah,
something is up,
yeah,
and maybe that lock isn't there,
yeah,
right?
yeah. So
What is
it's
that
like
lock?
it's about the secure connection.
SSL something.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
a secure
A
socket
lock.
link.
I've seen the lock, but I never understood what that was.
Yeah, it's
honestly.
about if you have a secure connection to the website, it's secured.
That's
If it
secure.
is like
There's a
unlocked,
lock.
that means
Yeah.
yeah.
So that lock
It will
is
show
always
you a
safe?
green icon.
Yeah,
Wait,
green
if
icon.
it's locked, then it's safe.
Yeah, it's safe.
It's always safe.
Yeah, it's always safe.
Okay.
So check the
That's
lock.
good. Check the lock that you
Okay.
didn't check last time.
I didn't check last time because I got my phone almost hacked by a link I was sent to
Yeah.
by like someone on Instagram, someone I know,
Mhm.
and they was like, vote for me. I have a cooking competition,
Yeah, yeah.
and I opened it, and then my Instagram got almost hacked. Then I
Yeah,
had to
these are-
restart my phone, and then I put my phone in lockdown mode. I don't know. That's what I thought about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is that the right?
You
way?
can instead of clicking on any link you receive, you can just copy the link and paste it in the browser
And then?
and then see. Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah,
What's the
that's a
difference
better.
between clicking it and it opens into the web browser?
See, clicking it can if the link is having some sort of mechanism that upon clicking it will directly redirect you to your mobile application for banking.
Oh. No, it just opened my Instagram account.
Yeah, yeah. So it was linked to Instagram.
Yeah,
I see.
it just
I
told
see.
me to put my password for
Yeah.
Instagram and
So it
whatever.
was a phishing link. So it redirected
It
you
is a
to the
phishing link,
Instagram.
yeah.
So it just wanted my Instagram and nothing
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
So the moment you enter
So
your
my-
password and
Everything else on my phone is safe.
No,
Yeah.
they just were targeting
Yeah.
Instagram.
Why? What would they get from hacking social media?
see not
It's asking for money in the end, right?
yeah,
In the end, they want to ask for money.
So they're
I'll
collecting.
give you back your account if you pay up.
yeah.
Oh,
Ransom.
I can create
Depends,
another
yeah.
account.
Depends on depends on
what
who
they
is
go
hacking.
for. Yeah.
Who is trying to get those
Who's
things.
trying to
Yeah.
get your information?
I mean, it's not like
Do you have a lot of haters?
Yeah,
not
maybe.
as far as I know.
All right. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we're going to head into your social work.
Okay.
All right. Let's take a break, and we'll be right back.
So we're back with our guest, and before we go on a break, we were gonna talk about social work.
Yeah.
So let's just get right into that, and let's just see what kind of work have you done.
Uh, like not many people know that I founded an NGO back in 2013.
Mm.
So it was related to uh, prenatal education. Like our main motto was prenatal education, like educating the womb during the 9 months of pregnancy.
How?
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah.
The womb.
You wanna educate the baby
Yeah.
inside the womb as they're growing for 9 months.
Yeah.
How are you gonna educate anything into that?
The
It's
brain
a,
is still developing, though.
Yeah.
yeah. So, for example, like for you, for me, like there are some traits which are so inherent.
Mm.
Nobody taught
Okay.
us about that. So it is the byproduct of those 9 months which we inherited from our
So it's
mother.
the surrounding environment.
Yeah. So
The
whatever.
noises maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So even like a mother with 3 kids will have, like, not a mother, like that all the 3 kids will have different traits,
True.
right?
Right.
Yeah.
Why? Because even though they are from the same mother.
Different
Those 9 months are
environments?
different
Yeah,
each
right.
time.
So
That's interesting.
yeah.
But how? Okay. You say educate the baby while it's growing inside and
But
developing.
how?
But how?
Yeah, there are ways, like there are people who are specialized in doing all these things. So our motto was to bring in those people and the mothers who can't afford all these facilities and give them free prenatal education facilities.
Incredible. But
Yeah,
how? I mean, I have so many questions,
yeah,
but
I have so
I'm
many
probably gonna go
questions.
to a
Yeah,
different
it's
topic. So let's
it's a
just
topic of
stay on the.
it's a topic
Yeah,
of
I mean,
research.
we need to
But
have
this is back in 2013 you started.
Yeah.
we need to have a specialist in this.
Yeah, it was like newly registered NGO, and like
Is it
if you are a
proven science?
yeah, it's a
It's
proven
proven
thing.
science.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's a proven thing.
Educating from before birth.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like, how
What
much
can
do
you
you want
teach?
that child to be a doctor, you know? Or an
be a doctor,
engineer?
be a doctor, be a doctor. Like
Not professionally, I mean, like
It shapes
Like the habits?
the
habits,
traits. It
other
shapes the traits.
yeah.
so. Basically, it depends on the environment. If I'm living in a wealthy environment, my kids are gonna be wealthy.
Well, not really.
Not that.
That's not how that works.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
all
bummer.
on the material.
Money is not genetic.
Money
Yeah.
is not genetic. But making money
Inheritance-
could be genetic.
Making money could be genetic.
Yeah, I
That
mean,
is a question.
if you're born into a business family, I'm pretty sure you're gonna have the right mindset.
Oh,
to,
you'll see a lot of failed cases. But back to you.
if you fail, you can inherit.
Unless you get written out of the will. Now, I'm sure you have a lot of stories to share, but what is the most impacting story you faced that cannot be forgotten? And you have to tell us about it. What is it?
Yeah, there are a couple of stories, but the one I'll share, I remember me and my friends, we went to a old age home. It was an Independence Day in India, so we were heading back home from that one event, and we thought of doing some sort of charity that day. So we started approaching all the old age homes and orphanages, so asking them whether we can just visit and spend some time with the people. So most of them were so rude enough to deny, saying that we don't entertain any such activities, especially on this day, because we already have a schedule for the whole day.
Right.
So luckily we were started approaching from 11 a.m. and by 4ish or 5ish we got a positive response from one old age home, and she was like, okay, you can come, but you can only spend 15 minutes there and you can leave. Because they also had some activities
day,
after
yeah.
that.
It's
day,
intimate,
so-
and you came on the wrong day.
Yeah. But then we went there, and all the people who were there were in late 80s, 90s, and they were all at a very high position, retired, and they ended up in the old age homes. So everybody was sharing their stories. And I remember one of them was a principal. She retired as a principal from a very well-known school, not a school, convent from that town.
Mm.
And she was like, no matter what life throws at you, just smile and serve. Just cling to these two words. And I think that was a very good message to be,
To learn.
Yeah, learn and to cherish forever.
Okay, so how do you, organize your time between your social life, your work life? I mean,
Your
cybersecurity,
charity work, all
charity
that.
work,
Yeah.
and you're in a field where you're required to sit in front of computers for hours.
Yeah.
So how do you manage?
I think everything is scheduled. There is no free time as such. After work, even my personal life revolves around social work, social activities. Even I am into art, so I'll be doing something creative.
Art.
Yeah.
That's a question I want to ask you. Where does this desire to do charity work come from? Because you look at engineers, not everyone is doing social work and charity work.
Personal
Yeah.
experience,
So
maybe.
what is the inspiration that's pushing you to do that social work?
So this was one of the reasons which convinced me that there is something called prenatal education, because this charity, this compassion, it comes to me naturally. It is so inherent. It is so inherent to me. Like, I don't have to.
So you're saying it's from your family? You inherited that through
Yeah,
your parents
Yeah.
doing charity
parents,
work?
grandparents.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's good.
even my mom. Like, I have, inherited so many traits from her. Like,
Mm.
compassion is one of them.
Mm.
So yeah, I don't have to, you know,
So how do you feel when you help people in need? What kind of impact does that leave on you personally?
on the person I help.
On you,
Yeah,
on me.
personally.
How does it make you feel when you help
How does it
someone?
make you
That
feel?
feeling is, I don't think it can be expressed or explained. It can just be felt.
Right, right.
Yeah, and
'Cause when you
that
change
is
someone's
that.
life,
Yeah,
yeah.
and that one feeling keeps you going. Like, it keeps you wanting to
Keeps
do
you
more
wanting
of
to
it.
have that
Yeah.
feeling even on and on and on. I get
Yeah.
that. I get that part.
So how do you think we can get people to get involved in this, like, social work, helping people?
Hmm.
How can we do that?
I think instead of asking people or convincing them, it's better to show them by doing good deeds. So that's what I believe, that by doing and showing them that this can be done to make a world.
Yeah, make the world a better
better
place. Have
place,
you
yeah.
seen his the top he's wearing?
Why did I just realize that? It says
I
make the
saw
world a
it
better
the
place.
moment he walked in.
The whole time I did not read his T-shirt.
And nobody,
The
I
whole
don't
time
know.
I did not read
Like,
his
most
T-shirt.
people don't notice t-shirts, but I do.
I mean,
So-
usually I do, but I didn't
And
today.
it's not a t-shirt.
I mean, you know what it is.
It's a top.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But it's a great quote.
Thanks.
And I think you are on a mission to make the world a better place for all kinds of people.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great mission to have, especially for an IT engineer,
and you're young.
right?
I mean,
I'm
isn't
not
that
yet.
incredible?
Yeah, it is incredible.
So, is there a lot of people like you out there helping people? Have you met few?
Yeah, so
Yeah?
many. Like, I'm constantly meeting so many people who are like-minded and willing to do good
Okay, I have a question. Make the world a better place. How?
by doing good.
We're doing good.
By doing
Simple.
good. What do you mean
By
by good?
Simple
It, definition of good can vary
It
from
could
one
be
person
just
to the other.
giving a smile to
Good
someone.
can be, yeah,
Giving
good can
money?
be anything that
Do
that
good
is.
to me, Ahmed. Give me money. No, I'm kidding.
You're older.
No.
Man. You're telling me that.
Hey, I'm not that old. Anyway, so how can we make the world a better place from your experience?
Yeah, as I said, by doing good,
Mhm.
and good can be anything. It can
Could be a
be,
small thing,
yeah,
big
small thing or a big thing.
So yeah, I'm saying just if you're giving
Mhm.
your goodness and your kindness to people and they over push it,
You can get abused in
yeah, and
certain
it just
ways.
reflects on you and you feel like the world. I cannot make the world a better place. It's. I love how you're
He
raising
has
your
an
hand.
answer. He has an answer. Let's hear it.
I think nothing should stop you doing good.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing.
But you
nothing
get
and no
frustrated
one.
when people just push you and they expect you to be perfect and good all the time. I mean,
See, for me,
you know.
I am doing it for me, not for
Right,
others,
not
right?
for
Because
others.
I feel good by doing good. So
So
someday,
if someone
someday,
cheats
yeah,
you, that guy cheated you, but you still did good.
yeah.
Okay.
Good is in you, not in
Do you
others.
remember a certain situation where you gave back or gave someone, and their reaction was too amazing, it just kept you pushing
No,
or pushed you?
I don't think so. It happened.
You don't
never.
remember?
No,
No?
it didn't happen.
Did not happen.
Yeah.
So people just take it like, yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
We'll
yeah.
just move on.
They were always kind enough to appreciate my good
Okay,
deeds.
just a small thank you is always enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to ask you a question. In the world of IT,
Mhm.
AI is big, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel with the advancement of AI and where it's going?
As long as it is used in a good way, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But it has a very, very scary
Very
part of
scary
it as well.
part.
Yeah. So it depends on its
Do you
usage.
fear
Mhm.
AI developing a conscience
Mhm.
and controlling the world like in the bad movies?
Like
sci-fi movies?
iRobot movie.
You don't feel that
It is not
future is
impossible,
happening?
and people
It's
are
not
already.
impossible.
Yeah,
Oh, it's not impossible.
Yeah, it's not impossible.
It's not
It's
impossible.
gonna have a soul of
It's
its
not gonna have
own.
a soul.
No.
But it's you, the IT, programming the AI.
Mhm.
So did you program the AI to take over? You didn't.
Develop.
So
It
how did
develops.
By itself, it goes to that bad side of
No,
science?
it obviously it will require some sort of programming, right? Yeah.
So I think humans will end.
Can you control it if it goes sideways?
Yeah. we
End
can.
it. Pull
yeah.
the plug.
What if it doesn't?
Pull the plug. It always works.
Yeah, he has all the funny ways to stop the
I guess before we end this, how do you manage your time to accommodate both your personal life
Mhm.
and the social life?
I think we already asked
You already
that.
asked
Yeah,
that. I wanted
you
to
already
fix my-
asked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, again.
Okay. So before we end the episode,
Yes.
in this rapidly changing world of AI technology, and the children nowadays are more knowledgeable when it comes to that field, how do we protect the children from
Mhm.
that, AI technology world and ourselves?
Maybe more
Uh,
awareness?
Instead of not just awareness, I think a lot of people are aware of the danger, but how do we actually protect ourselves?
Don't use Siri. I don't know.
No, that's not. So how do you think we should do that?
You mean protect children?
Protect the children from everything that's happening in the world of technology nowadays. They're targeting kids with different ideas that we might not accept.
I think awareness is the first thing, and second thing I would say to limit their access to all these.
Right, children shouldn't be
Technologies,
online
yeah,
24/7.
You cannot
Yeah.
fool them nowadays.
Come on, if they're
You
4 to
cannot.
10, you need to have control on your child.
Are you
and their
kidding me?
screen
I've seen
time.
4 years old screaming.
But is that the
That's
child's
what-
fault or the parents' fault?
Yeah.
Again, scream.
I think
and they
it's-
know how to use them at 4 years old. They know how to open an
I think
iPad.
it's the parents who
It's
who
on the
introduce
parents.
all
Yes,
these electronic
introduce all these
gadgets to them,
electronics,
and
yes.
they end up loving electronic gadgets instead of going out and
I'm
having
assuming
fun
you
in
don't
the
have
ground.
children yet, right?
No, not yet.
When you do, inshallah, will you teach them everything about technology
Mhm.
and the bad side and all that, or control?
You will wait until they're old enough.
Yeah,
I will wait until they are old
old
enough.
enough.
Yeah,
What is old enough to you?
10?
10 years old?
Yeah, like
Fair, fair.
yeah, not old, but
10
old
years
enough
old
to
is fine.
understand what is
yeah.
good and bad. Yeah,
All
Okay.
right, fair, fair. Thank you for your time today.
thank you so
It was
much.
a beautiful conversation.
It was
And
lovely having you.
Lovely
Thanks,
having
thanks,
you.
Any
thanks
last
for
advice
having
you'd like to give to people?
Make the
Make
world
the
a
world
A
better
better place.
Perfect.
All right,
That's
thank
a
you for being
perfect
with us.
note to
Thank you
end
so
on.
much.
We'll be back for the wrap up. What a fun episode. What an interesting character.
He's
I know
so
he seems
calm.
quiet and calm, but he's actually
He
full
has-
of energy. I can see it
and
in
the
his
smile,
eyes.
and the
the
smile.
smile, the quote that he has on. Quite the personality.
Positive.
I've never met an engineer like him.
Yeah.
You know, he's not too focused in the computer world. He has a humane
Yet he's very good at
aspect
it.
to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yet he's very good at it. So it was nice having him.
Yes.
It was a fun episode, and we're done.
We're done for tonight. Tune in next time for a brand new guest right here on the Untold. Till then,
Good night.
good night.